In this edition of Kurukshetra, we would focus on agriculture in India. We have seen India witness two major famines in 64 and 65, and therefore there was a need for improvement in agriculture. So we started with irrigation, fertilizer, increasing the availability of food grains by all means. Our yield for the wheat and the rice increased significantly after the Green Revolution, and then there were the Producer Market Regulation Acts which were brought during 60s and 70s. Food Cooperation of India was established to support the PDS system, to support price support systems. Milk also received a boost under the Operation Flood, which was started in 1970 under the National Dairy Development Board, and India by now is one of the largest producers of milk in the world. There have been new laws which have helped the farmers to get into the right place, which are related to traders, producers, APMCs, the food processing organizations. However, there are certain challenges which focus mainly on the application of fertilizers, the issues of food shortage which we had witnessed since the independence, bringing in diversity into agriculture, insufficient practices, small land holdings, lack of investment, and then we focus on various ways how to improve those. Now for soil health, we have the soil organic carbon, which is an important indicator and shows the soil health. Similarly, for organic farming, we have Bharatiya Prakratik Krishi Paddhati program, which is a centrally sponsored Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana, focuses on indigenous practices like recycling, mulching, soil aeration, and exclusion of all chemical synthetic inputs. Similarly, there are agroclimatic regional planning which is started, and frontier technologies were brought to bring in more certification and traceability. For India, we have seen a huge production in the pulses. India is a net exporter of agricultural produce, and it is 7th in the world. However, we have seen that there are many ways under which there can be a significant increase. We have numerous commercial crops, for example, tea, jute, coffee, rubber, and sugarcane are some of those. Ministry for Mission for Integrated Development of Horticulture is again important, and it talks about how we can grow horticulture in a systematic way. This is a centrally sponsored scheme started in 2014, and these are certain data and the trend of production which we can see has increased significantly in terms of food grains, cereals, or pulses, be it whatever. Our production has significantly increased over the years. Then we have the trends in million tons and the export amounts which are given and how we have improved. Our exports are now much higher than the imports, and therefore we have a positive trade balance which is established significantly. There is diversification of agriculture from agriculture to crop, livestock, forestry, and fishery as the major sectors. Under the crop sector, we have the field crop, the plantation, horticulture, and drugs and narcotics, and bringing in more quality inputs like high yielding variety seeds, water, fertilizer, pesticides is important. We have nearly 20 agri-climatic zones, 15 major climatic zones, and 47 different types of soils, and what grows well where can be established. We have certain major destinations for fruits and vegetable supplies across the world, which are the Bangladesh, Netherlands, Nepal, Malaysia, Sri Lanka, Oman, and Qatar. Some of the systems for farming that are used are Basmati net, Horti net, trace net, meat net, and so on. Kisan Rail has been started recently to help move the perishable goods in a much more streamlined fashion. Better transport facility at competitive rate through Kisan Rath, Kisan Udan for air transport of perishable goods. Then we also have export promotion forums which basically focus on grapes, bananas, mangoes, multi grains, nutri cereals, pomegranates, floriculture as some of those. Kisan Sarthi, which focuses on right information at right time. It's a digital platform which helps us for Krishi Vigyan Kendra. Red rice is a consignment which was flagged off to United States, which focuses on iron rich variety of rice grown in Brahmaputra Valley, locally known as Baudan, and it is one of the major parts of Assamese local food. Village rice is another unique rice which has gone to Ghana and Yemen, and from the farmers of Kumbakonam, Thanjavur in Tamil Nadu, this variety has started. EPIDA is the agricultural and processed food product Export Development Authority, and it is responsible for export promotion and development of agricultural produce in India. We also have good agri-infrastructural systems. We have a significant share of agriculture in the gross value added average, which was around 20%, and an annual growth of 3.3% was recorded. Credit support development is again important. How credit can be given? So nationalization of banks, economic reforms, Kisan credit cards, and then doubling the agricultural credit in 2004 are some of the major steps. Credit for agriculture rather than credit in agriculture has become the objective. Small finance banking systems are now meeting the targets for the same. Regional rural banks have been established. NABARD in 1982 was established to provide agriculture along with rural development. So National Bank for Agricultural and Rural Development was introduced. Kisan Credit Scheme was introduced in 1998, and it talked about agricultural households and the developments, how these can be Aadhaar enabled, and a timely banking system under single window classification has been released. Digitization of land records under Swamitva scheme through the drones has become possible, and this program would enhance transparency in land records. We are also focusing on One Nation One Market through ENAM scheme, Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana to bring financial inclusion for everyone, and also account for various schemes like Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima, Suraksha Bima Yojana, and Atal Pension Yojana. Then under agricultural financing, besides the Kisan Credit Card, NABARD, we also have the regional rural banks, small self-help groups which are coming together. Then focusing on core banking solutions. So banks should be able to develop programs for agricultural loans to improve the ease of credit. The limit for the collateral should be established. The rural infrastructure development funds should be established, and institutional credit delivery should be taken into account. Gandhiji has worked significantly for the issue of sanitation, and we have various constitutions which have been established. We have the Natal Indian Constitution Congress, which was established in 1984 with the help of Gandhiji, and this was to focus on the sanitary conditions when Black Plague actually erupted. So focusing on open defecation became one of the major issues of address, specifically in the Bhagalpur conference. And then later on, a central rural sanitation program started after independence in 86. It changed to total sanitation campaign and Nirmal Bharat Abhiyan in 2008. Swachhagiris were major part for the same. Swachh Bharat mission started, where we aimed at bringing good visionary leadership, and there were different phases under which drinking water and sanitation department implemented it. There was implementation under solid and liquid waste management, sanitary waste and household waste, segregation of waste started. And then for agriculture, we are now focusing on a unique concept, which is agri-tourism. It has three important pillars. One is a recreation in the farm, enhancing the stay in the farm, and marketing the local farm produce. So there can be various therapies and services which can be offered. For example, accommodation, entertainment, therapies, retailing, catering, and participation. So agri-tourism network mainly focuses on these given aspects broadly, very important. So agri-tourism has brought inter-regional tourism together, better communication, better understanding, more opportunities for growth, better opportunities for revenue generation, and in the same time there have been witnessed challenges. First is the farmers are not knowledgeable, they cannot interact in the native language, and therefore promotion is required. So agri-businesses, entrepreneurs should be established, cooperative farms should be established, risk management, conflict management should be taken into account. Starting up the agri startups is important. So Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana focused on a remunerative approach for agriculture and allied sector rejuvenation, which is known as Raftar scheme. This Raftar scheme focused under innovation and agri entrepreneurship development is important. The idea is to encourage a startup. There are 5 knowledge partners for the same in Hyderabad, Jaipur, Delhi, Dharwad, and Jorhat, which focuses on agriculture and agricultural research. Similarly, there are areas in which the startups can work. For example, IoT, artificial intelligence, agricultural logistics, warehouse, agricultural extension inputs which are required. Department of Science and Technology, the National Science Entrepreneurship Development Board have all come together for moving people from being job seeker to job generator. Atal Innovation is bringing in new, simple, innovative ways which can bring in entrepreneurship opportunities in the rural area. Similarly, DBT, Department of Biotechnology, has set up BRISAC, which is the Biotechnology Industrial Research Assistant Council, and this is a not-for-profit organization which has been established to address nationally relevant product development approach, which can be very, very useful and helpful. Aspire scheme in rural areas is being promoted, where business incubators can be established and basic funding at the stage of ideation can be given up to 4 lakhs, which can be scaled up to 20 lakhs. Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana focuses on micro unit development. This is again 3 elements: the Shishu, Kishore and Tarun. Shishu is up to 50,000 of loan, up to 5 lakh of loan is Kishore, and up to 10 lakh of loan is Tarun. Then we have agri clinics and agri business centers which are to be established. The implementation has to be done by National Institute for Agricultural Extension. The Managed Center for Innovation and Agri Entrepreneurship is very, very important. So incubation and orientation programs like one in Raftar we discussed are important. Krishi Vikas and Krishi Vikas for Agri Innovations is important. Aqua One centers which focuses on fish farms and newer technologies for fishing farms are important. Incubators, how these can be established, and potential development under incubation programs has to be provided. Then we talk about the source for funding. So there can be venture capitalists, there can be crowdfunding, banking, non-banking financial companies, RRBs, NABARD as some of the ways through which funds can be brought in. So venture debt funds, IPOs can be established, and then we have similar developments with various states. For example, Kerala, Telangana, Madhya Pradesh, all starting their unique models with collaboration with either Small Industrial Development Bank as in Madhya Pradesh, or launching of incubation center T-Hub as in Telangana. So agriculture, broadly we can say, is the key for development. During the pandemic, agriculture was one of the things that kept us safe, because when the whole world was fighting with food shortage, India was food self-sufficient. Our export ranking is 14 despite being number 3 in the production of vegetables. So we can definitely move up on the ladder of being a good exporter. And then we also have Farmers Produce and Traders Act, which Trade and Commerce Act, which basically focuses on widening the India's aspect for agricultural growth and bringing in agricultural market worldwide from India. So those were some of the major topics that have been discussed. Kisan Rail, Kisan Udan, export promotion farms, red rice, village rice are some of the good things that have been discussed here. Very, very important. We have also seen the digitization of land records, the schemes with agriculture, which we have already discussed in our previous Kurukshetra also. So this was about the edition on Kurukshetra. We do cover Kurukshetra and Yojana on a monthly basis, so stay subscribed for further updates. Wish you a very good luck.